Okay. We're back, Percival.
Yes, well, Murph, I'd like to quickly say hi and thanks for the scones to the lovely ladies at the WI of Leeds. Shout out to those girls.
Oh, I'm glad to see you got some sponsors. You've had like half a dozen more than me.
Well, bloody hell, Murph. I thought there was supposed to be some sort of a co-host, and when did we get paid for last season, for fuck's sake? I've got my card, man.
Yeah, okay. You'll get paid when I get paid. Everybody on this show will get paid when I get paid. But yeah, a co-host is in the works. Maybe more of another regular co-host. At least as regular as Sabrina. Now, Sabrina may not be on the show as much as she has been. We did have to start the season without her. She's a busy gal. And I think she's only going to get busier, so we're not writing her out of the show. I'm hoping she'll be back to at least wear the costume that goes with that double feature. Okay, part 2. So I just made another one of these. The real drink's called a Kentucky River. I wanted to call it a Kentucky waterfall, but that's a type of mullet. Maybe I should get a mullet. Okay, Kentucky River, reversed. So it's like a river that flows backwards, uphill. I do like that peach liqueur. It's Rothman and Winter peach orchard peach liqueur. Very tasty. Too sweet by itself, absolutely, but with half a shot in 2 shots of bourbon. Okay. Are we ready to move into the 80s? Gadzooks, I had a dream about. It wasn't even the 80s. It was now. But I had a dream that I was called to a meeting with the theater, the family that owned the theater there in Ruskin. But like the main guy who's the manager at my theater was holding this meeting, but he was holding it now, like 40-something years later. Like, why am I at this meeting? And I signed my name on the piece of paper to show that I was there. Like, okay, head projectionist. Like, these are all man. Why is the head projectionist at the meeting 40 years later? I don't know. Maybe she knows. Jennifer, that is. The Oracle. This is another Roberta Findlay movie. Jennifer was desired and then seduced. Now the horror begins. I'm sure this is the case for a lot of you ladies. Desired, seduced, and then the horror begins. I've met some guys that are kind of a horror. Now, before y'all at me, I've met some gals that are a horror too. I myself have been desired. Well, probably not desired. I myself have been settled for and seduced, and then the horror begins when they try to change me into someone else. Like Susie's husband. That's who they want, so they try to change me into them. Sorry, I digressed. The Oracle. A power that is ancient. Starring Carolyn Capers Powers, Roger Neal, Victoria Dryden, Pam Latesta, Chris Maria De Coron. Yes, sirree. I'll try not to run over. It's a fairly nice poster for the time. What did I do? Knocking shit over? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? 1985 Real-Time Distributing Corp. Hang on a second. I'm back. Sorry. I had important stuff. We'll probably cut this all out anyway. Okay. Directed by Roberta Findlay, and I would add that, like, she kind of a one-woman show here. Like, she did a lot of everything, kind of like Anna Biller does on her shows. Watch The Love Witch over the weekend. Again, go back and watch my review of The Love Witch and Viva. Okay, Jennifer doesn't know she's a medium, as is often the case. Some folks don't know they have the power. She thinks she's just a regular housewife, married to a regular guy with a porn mustache. 1985, yeah. A lot of dudes were still rocking the porn star mustache. They move into an apartment that was previously occupied by a gypsy medium. We already talked about this. I'm going to use the word gypsy. The stigma is attached to the condition, not the word. So no matter what you call them, so, and I'm talking about my own blood here. You call me Romani, and pretty soon that's going to have a negative connotation. It's attached to the stereotype, to the thing, not the word. Now that we've had our lesson for today on language, Jennifer runs into another fella with a porn star mustache and a googly eye. This guy's got a googly eye. I don't know if I can, like, do a googly eye. No, I can't. Whilst exploring the basement of her building, because that's what you do when you move into a new apartment. Got to go down there and explore the basement, the boiler room. Like, even if you're just doing your laundry, you got to, like, is that door open? Let's go see what's in there. And he lets her keep a treasure she found there. A box with a spirit board that starts communicating with her. And we can't say Ouija board, just like the movie Witchboard. We can't say Ouija board because that's a Parker Brothers game that, like, is copyright. Parker Brothers? Is that still a thing? Oh, they're all owned by Milton Bradley. Every fucking game in the world is now owned. Remember when we used to break up monopolies? Okay, I'm not going to go there. Milton Bradley owns every single board game, including Parker Brothers. And the Ouija board. Ouija board. As some of us like to say. It starts communicating with her. Turns out Jennifer has the gift. Oh, shit. I have the gift. Trouble is, it's not just rando deads talking, like some guy like crying about his wife who came before him, or maybe is still here, his kids that are still here, or some woman like pining for her long lost love who's still lost on the other side. Oh no, it's not just that. It's a guy who was murdered, and he lets her know that it was no suicide. And he even leads her to the person who murdered him. But oh shit, the murderer's after her now. What are we going to do? Will she get away? Will anyone with a porn star mustache believe her story? What is the thing that escaped from the box? Could this movie be any more 80s? So Sabrina read a letter earlier in the show. Sabrina had pneumonia, and Sabrina read a letter earlier in the show. And now she's up there coughing up a lung. Poor little thing. Okay, maybe she's done. Maybe she can go to sleep. There's probably school tomorrow. The holidays are over. Okay. This movie falls somewhere in between Primeval and Lurkers. And I've covered both of those movies. So you can go back and take a look. Obviously, I gave one of them the same score. I'll give it 3 rings. And just say it's not quite as good as Primeval. Better than Lurkers, which probably only got 2. Primeval I also gave a 3, and we're just going to say that while this is also a 3, it's not quite as good as Primeval. There's something that could make that even better. And maybe it's swapping out the bourbon for rye and making it more spicy. All right. Let's see what we got for next week. I'm trying to keep coming at you as much as possible here. What have we got here? Okay, we're going to get some like serial killers or something here. And I promise I'm still going to try to get more 70s porn and exploitation in the bucket. I just got to find the time to watch it. Oh, so while we're talking about drinks here, I found out what happened to my banana liqueur. Charlie did take my banana liqueur. Not to drink. No. To trade for something else. So yeah, he's grounded. He's not. I've told him, find some new friends. Yeah, just find some new friends. Okay. We got here Maniac and the Haunted Strangler next week. And I will try to find the time to maybe tonight after I edit. I will find the time to watch more exploitation. All right. Taking the glove off here. Good night, kids.